T. Gray and MK, you are now cleared for flight school takeoff.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right, here we go.
It's that time.
Let's do it.
We did good, Mark. Well, I was going to say we're 8 minutes over, but we didn't start like right at 8 o'clock. But we did pretty good. We did pretty good.
Did start at 8 o'clock.
We can be better.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, Michelle, you can invite guests to the United call. You
Yes.
can invite guests. That is going to be a call that is okay to invite guests to. Cool.
All right. It's that time.
Yes, there will
We
be
have-
an invite link in Rank Up. Thank you for reminding me.
Yes. We have two. Well, actually, can we? Yeah, we can. We have two amazing co-hosts with us today. These are folks who are rocking their business. I love when we can get people who are in action in the moment, who are doing the do, who are currently on fire, blazing it. And so what I want to do right now is bring to the flight school stage to join Mark and I in live Rank Up coaching. We've got none other than all the way from Denmark, Diamond, Marianne Schutz. Where are you, Marianne?
Oh, they're not hosts.
They're not co-hosts?
Yeah.
Ooh, uh-oh. I was wondering why hadn't they come on yet? There we go. All right. And also joining us all the way from the top of the food chain. This lady,
Good morning.
Alicia Keys made some songs. She said, this girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. I've been watching. You know what? You want to know what I did this week? I watched a Marianne Schutz launch call this week.
Oh.
And I watched a Black Diamond Desi Lipova business presentation this week. And she's on here with us today. Come on, Desi, where you at?
Yo.
Listen, there's no mystery. I know why you guys are on fire. You're doing the work.
Absolutely.
Yep.
It must be the red lipstick.
And you're wearing red lipstick. Mark, let's get our red lipstick. I don't have red lipstick, but I do have the key to success.
My mug.
Yeah,
So
no.
I have the key to success. Chapstick.
I got you, T. Gray. Just send me your address.
Yeah, that's okay. And we're gonna skip the red. We're just gonna go with the chapstick. Key to success. I'm coachable, teachable, trainable.
There you go.
All right.
Doing it your way.
Hmm?
You're doing it your way. You're not exactly coachable.
No. Mr. Bugs taught us this.
Yes. Mr. Bugs
taught us
key to
this.
success is
So
chapstick.
the key to success is chapstick. All right. So let me ask you guys a question. How many presentations a day are you guys doing right now?
Somewhere. I mean, we have a lot. I personally am doing about a couple.
You're doing about two a day?
2 a day.
And
But
you're doing 2 a day?
on Vasil, I'll say everybody's doing their own. Yeah. So 2 a day.
So basically on your team right now, how many presentations a day would you say are happening on the average day of the week?
Let's not say a big word, but maybe about 4 to 5.
4 to 5 presentations.
Not a
day.
week. Hold on, a day.
A day.
A day.
A day.
Yeah. And how many are on each call?
It ranges. We may have from 10 to 60, 70. It really depends. It really depends on the timing
That's
as well.
fantastic.
But we have guests on each and every call.
That's it.
Mhm.
Perfect.
Right. So, and that's the key, guys. The main thing is this. That's what you want to build. That is what you want to build. Presidential Diamond, Darren Gibson, he's leading the group. You see what he says in the chat there? He said they're always launching the newest person.
Yes.
Always launching the newest person, right? And that's a key. That is a key. They're always getting down to the bottom. The new person is the lifeblood of your business, and that's what you guys are doing. And then also just the duplication factor, 4 to 5 presentations a day, right? That's 20 presentations a week happening in your team. How many of you out there would love to have 20 presentations a week happening in your team, and you're only doing 4 of them?
Lead at the top, work at the bottom.
Right?
Fire.
That's absolutely fire.
Like,
All right, so cool.
One person agrees to that.
person.
One person, only Dr. Latrice wants it. That's okay. So she's the only one who can have it. All right, well, let's get down to business. We've got 3 fresh human sacrifice victims, volunteers for today.
How were they picked though? How were they picked? Did they pick themselves or?
They did.
Some of them picked themselves. James
Okay.
Riddick
James
is going to be
Riddick.
on today, and he picked himself. Last week we asked for volunteers, and it's really funny because Marianne, I'm so glad you asked the question, because so many times people will ask, they will ask themselves, well, why am I not winning? Why am I not succeeding? Right? And what they fail to realize is that there is a set of behaviors. It's not one thing typically, it's a set of behaviors, right? So we've been doing this for 3 weeks now, and the quality of the coaching has been insane, right? We see the numbers and people are grabbing it, right? So at the end of last week, what did we say? If you want to be on, send an email to marketing@iboomerang.com. Guess what? We got one. James Riddick. I'm just going to tell you, folks, if you don't show up, if you don't step up, if you don't show up, you can't get it. You have not because you ask not. So that's number 1, right? Let's see. Then we're gonna have Rodney and Erica Cheek on. And they're on because their diamonds nominated them.
Yeah.
I got a phone call from Jackie and Jayla, Blue Diamonds, and they said these guys would be good candidates for some coaching on live. So that's how we got Rodney and Erica. And Alexander Bosby. I'll tell you how we got Alexander Bosby. Alexander, Mark and I were looking through the leaderboard.
Yes.
And Alexander's name came up on the list in the category of most exposures, most prospects exposed. He wasn't number 1, but he was on the list. And I'm like, who is Alexander Bosby? So we found him. We found his upline. His upline is Carolyn Kusing. And we got in touch with him and said, do you want some live coaching to see what's going on in your business? So we have 3. And we are going to give them some expert advice from some diamonds that are doing it and getting it done, making it look easy and looking good while doing it. How about it?
I had a call from Mrs. Jackie right before this flight school.
All right. She gave you some boosters. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get started. Who is going to go first today? How about we start with our volunteer?
Yeah.
James Riddick. Come on down.
What's
How
up,
you doing,
sir?
everybody? I'm doing fine, sirs and ma'am. It is my pleasure to be here. Please be brutally honest. I don't have any feelings. I want to grow my business.
Hold on, James. Where are you at?
I am at work. I am just outside of O'Hare Airport. I have taken off my business attire and put on my Star Achiever hat. I'm trying to disguise, what I'm actually doing, but I am in a truck, an 18-wheeler, and I pulled away across the parking lot so we won't be disturbed. But if you hear airplanes and trucks sitting beside me idling, I apologize.
That is commitment, man.
That is commitment. That is commitment.
What?
Hey, James, real quick, while the team is getting to know you here, just a housekeeping question. Are you Riddick Sr. or Riddick Jr.?
I am Riddick Jr. My father is 88 years old. He's the senior, and he's a first-class ambassador with Ibüümerang.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, good. So that allows me to
So
go
I'm
ahead and
junior.
pull up your rank up. All right, cool. And by the way, we still have, James made us a little gift way back when.
Oh,
some
yes.
origami folded dollar things. I still have that in my office. Do you still have yours, Mark, on your
I
office?
do.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
he at the first vision in Vegas, he
Mhm.
made my son a origami made out of a dollar bill. Yeah. Yeah.
I remember that. Yes.
So we appreciate that, and we still
Some of
have
the
it.
highest points in my life was meeting your son, MK. That was awesome.
All right, cool. Well, let's go ahead and get down to business. Have you had the opportunity to meet Black Diamond Desi Leapova?
I have had the opportunity to see her in action all over the world through Zooms, presentations, and of course, through Mr. Darren Gibson, our presidential diamond. Oh my God, she is fabulous. It's a pleasure to meet you, ma'am.
You as well. I hope you're ready.
She's no joke.
He's no joke. You said brutally honest. I just wanted to introduce you to the
She doesn't
person
mess
probably
around,
sliced you
James.
up the
Got on
most.
the right call.
I'm like, I wanted to introduce the person who's going to deliver the most cuts, probably.
I
But
brought my
not to be
baggages. I'm ready
outdone.
to go.
Not to be outdone by Diamond Marianne Schutz. Have you had a chance to meet Marianne?
I have had a chance to meet Diamond Marianne Schutz through her own presentation because she's the only presentation that I had been sending out through the Rank Up program since I joined that program.
Okay. Okay. Well, then you know what? Let's go ahead and put your numbers up. Now that we got that out the way, I see you have on the right gear. Maybe that vest will stop some of the bleeding. And
Vita says, glad his truck is parked.
this truck is parked. This is good. Let's put your rank up on here. All right, folks, everybody, we are looking at James Riddick. Pat Pamplin said the first cut is the deepest. We are looking at James Riddick's rank up right now. Diamonds, here we go. He's entered 276 contacts in his rank up. He sent out 276 messages. 57 of them have been answered. That's a low number. Of the 57, 41 were invited to a presentation. That's a good number. Of the 41, 31 accepted the invitation to show up at a presentation or watch a video. That's a very good number. Of the 31, 11 showed up or watched a video. That's a low number. And of the 11, one signed up as a new ambassador. And is that actual?
That is not actual. That should be a 0, Mr. T. Gray, and take 1 away from the next one. That should only be 1.
No new ambassadors and 1 customer. 1 new customer. And then we got 9 in the follow-up and 8 not interested. So diamonds, let's help James in the areas where he needs help so that we can help him get his business going on track.
I have a question. What are you sending as messages? And what's your communication?
And I'm going to add to that. Who are you sending? Who are these people that you're sending messages to? That's another factor.
Yeah.
Number 1, most of the people are, please excuse the noise in the background. Most of the people are from online, social media, or ranked up, or just were in the system over the years and my cell phone.
Okay.
I didn't hear the other 2 questions.
Okay. What type of message? How are you connecting with them?
First, I'll send them either text or phone calls were from the ones that were on my cell phone who were my warm market. If they were cold market, they got either a text or they got some type of a message through the system that I found them on, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. And what was the third question, please?
What's the text? What's your opening, line?
Oh, we're starting out with just, the how you doing, or a pleasure to meet you. Usually it's some small talk. Mr. T. Gray, I actually have all of the context that we have shared back and forth, what they responded and I responded in the notes right here in Rank Up. So you can follow each and every single contact with what dialogue went on right in front of you, right here in Rank Up.
Let's do that.
I was wondering the same questions. So if it's the same message that you sent to cold market and warm market, and we need to look into that for sure.
It varied. I kind of graduated. I started off with one thing. If I knew the person, they were in the trucking industry like me, I knew exactly what to talk with them about. If it was somebody in some other business or never knew them before, had no clue, we just started off with personal, trying to get to know each other, trying to network, etc. And then it developed from there.
Mhm.
Okay, let me ask you a question real quick. What first, I like that, right? So what kind of people are you reaching out to on social media? I heard you say truckers, which is good. I think you have commonality with truckers. What else?
Those people that travel, business owners, entrepreneurs, someone who has already mentioned somewhere that they either needed to get another job, were already working another job, or were looking to supplement their income. Those individuals are the ones that I would reach out to first. But I didn't let anybody get past me. I sent everybody something.
Okay, can you, do you have that message handy on your phone? Do you have?
It's not in my phone. It's in the Rank Up. If you click on any one of the contexts that's there.
Go James. This is what I'm talking about. All right, we're going to your contacts.
Go all the way to
Nicely
the right
done.
there,
Look at
Mr. T.
this.
Gray, to the people who watch the videos already. And if you click on them, it'll open up the message or the messenger system in the Rank Up. And you'll see from day one, the time and place, what we did, how long it took them in order to respond, and what my response was.
Okay, so let's see, Facebook, Yuri. The message says, oh, we got down to the beginning here. All right, I know what to do. Your personal information off of them.
Wow. That is next level.
This is the system.
Yeah,
When I
right.
saw this system, it was phenomenal. It actually made me be able to really concisely monitor what I send, how I send, when I send, without having to use all of my 3x5 cards, all of the other pieces of paper. Everything is right here in the Rank Up system, and myself and my senior business partners, they can all monitor everything and critique me so that we can make this thing a little bit better. This program is phenomenal.
You know what, Mark? I didn't think there was anybody who was more excited than me. I'm
You
wrong.
just met him.
I have met the person who's more excited than me.
You don't know what you did when you dropped this program in my lap. When my senior business partner called me and said, you need to have Rank Up. I'm like, what's a Rank Up? I don't know. Go in your back office and buy it. I went and I purchased it. And then we found out what it was. And when she told me, because I didn't make the last event, I was physically working. They sent me a text saying, we're buying Rank Up, get it. So I bought it. And I opened it up and I said, oh my God, this is what I've been missing for my entire 3.5 years with Ibüümerang. We've been waiting for Mr. Holton Bugs to be in our back pocket and be able to truly help us, just put this in a concise way. This is what Rank Up is. Whoever's not using it, you're sick.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
This is
All
an
right.
infomercial.
That's what I'm talking about. Vita says in the chat, tell us how you really feel. All right. So James, your message to Yuri is on the screen.
Yes, sir. I'm looking.
What did Yuri respond to? You said he responded to, or he or she responded to an earn extra money ad.
It was a little bit further up. I think Yuri just simply said, I'll look at it. And then he fell off the face of the earth. I sent him maybe 1 or 2 other messages, and he's never responded. His phone, in a sense, doesn't have a voicemail. He is, in a sense, right now, one of the dead crackers in the box. So
Okay.
all I can do is just wait for him to do whatever they're going to do. I went to the next person. I don't have really time to convince anybody. It's too many people in Chicago. It's 3 million people in Chicago. I got less than 300 people in my rank up. I don't have time for that.
But did you know this person?
Never met him at
No.
all. He just happened to pop up on a LinkedIn.
Okay.
All right, maybe
What
that's
did
not
you
the
do
best
to-
one because we don't have the.
What-
I got another one here out of your deal
Okay.
here. Let's see this one here. This is Sumit. All right, let's see. Okay, so is Sumit somebody who reached out to you first?
Yes, through LinkedIn.
Okay, and then you replied, "What do you hope to accomplish here on the LinkedIn platform with me, my networking friend?" Sumit says, "I'm not sure," and you're like, "Okay. I have found a way to reward and enhance quality of life for customers, clients, business partners, and employees while receiving compensation for gifting. Would you like more information?" Sumit says yes. And then you sent a video about IGO. Is that correct?
I believe it's either the Marianne Shoots or the I Decide interactive video, because those are the only 2 that I was sending out.
Okay. Guess what we can do? Because we have technology. We can find out exactly what it is. And I'm sure that our diamonds are formulating some ideas. I just love this so much. You know what? You see this, the people who are not using Rank Up, can I show you what you're missing? This is what you're missing. This. I clicked on James's link, and this is what it takes me. It's so professional, isn't it? Absolutely wonderful and beautiful. All
So,
right, let's find out.
whenever I send out an Ibüümerang message to the field, James always sends back a message. And this is what it is. How do you do that, James?
That's actually an autoresponder that's part of my phone messaging system, MK.
Okay.
Anytime anybody sends a text, it could even have a dot in it. It's going to send them to whatever I program for them to see. In this case, it has a bit.ly link that goes to, I believe that's my I Decide interactive video showing them about the company. I mean, it's everything.
Everybody.
Look at that. It's Marianne.
Hello.
That's Marianne Shoots video that came directly out of the Rank Up. That's the only video I've been using to date.
Okay. All right, good. All right, excellent. So now we know what you're sending. Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Now, Diamonds, let's take it. Let's go back and now that we know what he's sending and we see how he's engaging people, let's see if we can give him some good advice.
So
Yeah.
we took this prospect from videos. He watched the video, James.
I couldn't hear you. An airplane flew over. Please say again.
Watch the video.
This prospect has not watched the video yet.
He has not watched the video yet. All right.
If they're on the right-hand side, yes, this person did watch the video, and then I went for the follow-up.
Okay, so wait a second. So James, let me go to let me share that for you.
Okay.
Go back to your Rank Up. Okay, so you're saying if they're in the invite accepted column, they watched the video?
No, if they were invite accepted, they actually watched the video, and when they watched the video, they made their own card that showed up in the watched video section. I now move them from the invite and combine them and then move them over to the follow-up. So if you clicked on it follow-up, then they've already watched this video.
Okay.
Everybody in that line right there have watched the video. The system you have is remarkable.
All right, so This is giving us a good picture of what you're doing. We're going to keep this one. Desi may want me to go back to it. And I'm going to, this person here actually watched the video.
Yes.
But I don't see the, it's what's not, oh, hold on, let's see.
Maybe I
Diamonds,
can.
are you able to
think
read
about
this or is the font too small?
We need the glasses.
You need the glasses? Okay. And then there's
You know
also
what
this
that means.
history here, this history. Oh my God.
Yes, it has the whole history of our conversation until they either said stop or fell off the face of the earth. It's right there in the notes.
Okay. All right. Wow. This
I
continues.
wanted my diamond, Mr. Trey Harris. I wanted him to be able to see everything that I was doing, how I was doing it, so that he could critique and see. So when you actually gave the invite, if you wanted to be on Rank Up, I'm like, why wouldn't I want to be on the corporate platform to get inspiration and critique from all the diamonds and Mr. T. Gray and Mark Cathcart? I just couldn't pass that up.
Okay, so in this case, we don't have the history. We just need to know. It kind of starts where the person already, Taisha, already said she was going to watch the video. You met Taisha on
LinkedIn.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can I just ask real quick, T. Gray? Do you talk to these individuals before you send them a video? Like have a conversation, a phone conversation?
Taisha, I did, and she was the only one. The others, no. The customer, yes, because I work around them. Now, Miss Taisha, I actually met her on LinkedIn, and we went all the way through watching the video and a three-way call with my diamond executive, Mr. Trey Harris. And she's in the process of making a decision now. I am now just plugging her into Profit Snatchers and a few other of the videos just to stay in front of her. She's just trying to get her money together right now.
Good.
She's a truck driver as well.
And that's why you're converting her, because you connected with her.
Absolutely.
Building a relationship. I'm just coming to you from a personal standpoint. If you reached out to me and sent me a video like this, you're going straight to the spam box.
Same here.
Understand.
I did a presentation yesterday and I pulled out, while I was sharing my story, towards the very end, it was a quick presentation, about 35 minutes. And I pulled out Darian's messages, how I showed everybody, all of the guests on the call. I believe we had like 6 or 7 guests. I showed them how it all started for me, literally like a proof in their face, complete stranger. So why am I saying this? Because if Darian just jumped into my inbox and said, hey, watch this video, like everybody else, I would have been like, bam, like you're going to the spam box.
Yeah. I just had one today that I shared with you, Desi.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is to show people that you are really here to help them. And for you to know what you can help them with, first of all, you need to get to know them. You need to get to know what is it that they really want that they haven't achieved yet. And then from you building that relationship and showing them that you actually do want to help them. And you take your time to finding the right way, what to present to them that will help them, solve that problem. That will encourage them to take a look at what it is that you have. But you always want to talk to them, jump on a Zoom call or something that you can create a relationship.
And it doesn't have to be because Marianne, like it seems like he has a very demanding job. So he's driving all the time, but you can do calls. You can do a quick phone call. Yeah. And just get to know them and really see what are they really looking for. Like if you walked up to me in Starbucks, what would the conversation be? Will you just come up to me and say, hey, I have an amazing opportunity for you? Or will you get to know me first?
I would ask you what kind of coffee that you're drinking or just can you help me pick out something that I haven't had already. If you know anything about it, I'd probably start about there.
Okay. Okay. So what will be next?
I'd probably go into, wow, I love these opportunities of the choices that they have here. And man, what is it you do? And if they tell me a little bit about what they do, and I would probably go into, well, how in the world did you get into there? And is that something you would recommend for me to get into if I needed to make any extra money?
Okay, good. So that's the conversation you will have with me. Okay, so why not do the exact same thing when you connect with people online?
Touche, got it.
It's
Why?
even more important because you don't have the, you know, the person in person advantage.
Remember, I believe I've said this before, but not everybody wants to be sold, but everybody wants to be helped. Darren was the only, I've gotten so many messages. Darren was the, I believe, second person, because I've gotten on a call with a lady before him, but she just jumped right into it. She got me on the call, all right? She connected with me through the text, you know, conversation. She got me on a call, but then it was a big turn off, right? But when Darren, it wasn't, you know, the girl that, you know, reached out to me wasn't connected with Darren at all. But when Darren did reach out to me, was he really wanted to see how he could help me. How can he serve me, right? So I trusted in him. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Because when you're just jumping into my inbox and you're sending me a video, you don't even know if I'm looking for an opportunity. You don't know what I'm looking for, to be, you know, to be honest. Because it may not always be, you know, and I believe I've said this before, but it may not always be the business aspect. I wasn't looking for business. I was looking for a community. And we have that as well here.
Yes.
He tricked me.
It was a good
But in a good way.
In a good
very
way.
good
In the
way.
best possible way.
Best possible way.
Yeah. Yeah, I fully
Yeah,
agree, of course, with what you're saying, Desi, since you have been teaching me as well. But I can hear from you, James, that you love really to utilize systems. For you, it's very important to have a structure. So I could recommend, I saw David type something in the chat about form. It's a system for you to how to ask questions: family, occupation, recreation, and money mindset. So you can have a system how you can talk to people, if that will help you. From what you just shared and even your excitement with Rank Up, I didn't think there would be anybody more excited than me, but I found it. So you can be the Rank Up king. But anyway, so if you want systems for yourself, you can put in form, or we have multiples, but that will help you to ask enough questions to build the trust, to build the relationship. Because I appreciate that you send out the video, but maybe the video with me is not the appropriate one for that person, because it should be the solution. And if you don't know the problem yet, maybe the video is not the right solution. So it will not provide the understanding from that person that you can help them.
I want to stop there. I want to stamp that. I want to stamp that. So did you hear what Marianne said? She said,
No, a
flattered.
truck went by. Please repeat.
She said, I'm flattered that you're sending my video, but my video may not always be the right video for the person. So if you talk to the person, you take time to ask questions, create a rapport, create a relationship, listen to the answers, they will tell you which presentation is the right one to send them once you get a chance to know them.
Understand.
Because you're doing a lot of good work. It just needs to tweak it a little bit in the beginning, so you make sure that everything that follows, you know, will create results. And because results is equally, it's not just results for you earning an income. Results is helping somebody. So it's not just about signing somebody up, it's about helping people. And we only help them by signing them up, because if they're not signed into what we can offer, we cannot help them. So we need to do a little bit more work to find out what they need.
So going back to what Tigray is typing, I believe it's good for us to give examples, because, you know, we have a lot of information, but not really examples for people to know, because I'm seeing, you know, in the chats, questions. I believe what we tend to do as newbies in this business is to overthink. And to think that we have to do something that is out of norm, right? Why am I saying this? Because I want you to think about the way you came into this business, how the person that connected with you, what type of conversation they had with you that actually got you excited to get started, okay? And now that is the first thing. The way I came into this business was I was seeking mastermind environment. I was seeking successful people. That's what I was sold. Okay. So again, it doesn't go back to not to take away from our company and the vehicle. We have the best of all, right? Which is like a huge bonus, but we have the best leadership. We have the best, team as a whole. So we can literally serve anybody out there as long as they're breathing. If they're seeking environment, we got this. If they're seeking money, we got this. If they're seeking, financial stability, we got this. If they're seeking to travel, we got this. If they're seeking lifestyle, we have this. Mentorship, all of this, right? I've never seen, as I am growing in this industry and I'm meeting a lot of people and I communicate with a lot of people that are in different, companies, nobody has what we have here. Nobody, right? Where we're like hands-on working with you guys. And that's the reason why, I guess I stuck with Darren.
Yes.
Right. So it goes back to James. How did you get started?
Oh my goodness. I saw my senior business partner in a picture, a still picture on Facebook.
Okay.
And I was mesmerized. I wanted to know why you were there, who you were with, and what you were doing.
Awesome.
And all she said was, we're launching, there's Holton Bugs and BÜM Thing. And then I called her immediately and she said, hey, look, I'm a little bit busy. I'll talk with you when I get back. And she hung up on me. I called her right back. I was like, no. I've been looking for what you're doing. I need this. I want this. She said, well, I'll be back in 2 days. We are in a conference. I'll call you when I get back. And she hung up on me again. And I kept calling her back, leaving voicemail messages. What is it you're doing? Where are you? I've been looking for this for the last 15 or 20 years. And when she came back to Chicago, she put me on we were on either a three-way call or a Zoom. I think it was a three-way call with her senior business partner, and they signed me up. I think her senior business partner asked me, what plan do you think you want to join? And I answered with the first class. At that time, it was the founder's plan. I was like, the first class plan, is there anything else? I want to do this the biggest, the best, and the fastest way, and I want the best value I can get. So that's what I signed up for, the first class membership with the iGo platform.
Was it your first experience in this industry, or you done different ventures in the past?
I was in one venture almost 15 or 20 years before that, but I didn't know that was network marketing. I didn't know it was anything other than direct sales. Okay. And I got really turned off about that. And I promised myself that if I ever found that one greatest program, I was going to join it. And that was Ibüümerang. That is Ibüümerang.
This is what I want you to do from now on, because you have an amazing, mesmerizing energy. I just want to talk to you all day long. And I'm sure like everybody on the line feels the exact same way, right? Because energy is contagious. So people will be attracted because of your energy, right? Now, the one thing that I want you to focus on moving forward is ask more questions, get to know them, and then zip it, right? When you ask a question, make sure that you are actively listening to what they're really telling you and asking, like T. Gray posted in the little slide, asking more questions. If it's people that you've never met and you're just meeting them, obviously the first thing is, what is it that you do? Right? Where are you
Yes.
going? Like, what is it? Like, that's the first question. And people can really feel when you're genuine and when you're just there to just, get, not add to their life, right? Because last weekend we were in Florida and, with Diamond Julius and Diamond Brandon, and we went out, to get numbers and stuff like that. So people could feel when I was genuine, people could feel, new ambassadors to the business when they were, talking to individuals, what a huge difference was, right? Because I'm not saying everybody was getting a lot of numbers, but it was a lot easier for me to get numbers and because of the more reps. So this is great for you here, because now what you can adjust when it comes down to your online prospecting, LinkedIn is a different platform where you can be a little bit more direct because it is a business platform, right? Each and every platform you can prospect in a manner. LinkedIn, it's great, but maybe it's good. It's before you send a link, obviously having the initial conversation to see what is it that they need, because maybe Marianne may not be the best, presentation for them, just like, maybe it may be a male person, maybe some, something that they're looking to hear more success stories versus presentation. If Darren had sent me a presentation, I wouldn't be on this call today. If he jumped into my inbox and, even if he had a conversation with me and said, hey, watch this video, I wouldn't be on this call today.
So I want to jump in because we need to wrap up our James Riddick session and get to the next person. But James, I've just been observing you and listening to you from the time that you came on. And let me tell my wife that the dogs ate. Yes, they ate. And because, hey, you got to understand, those guys downstairs, they are expert sales dogs. They will eat 2 and 3 times if they can find a fresh victim. Right? So they will eat and walk around and act like they're still hungry. But in any event, so James, I've been listening to you, right? I mean, you have a magnetic personality, which is really fantastic. Okay. I just want to give you some advice though. You're kind of like a running river. And you know what you do with a running river? You channel it so that it serves you, right? You channel it, you put dams up so that it flows where you want it to flow, and you use it to make electricity and all sorts, irrigation and all sorts of things. So I put some notes together for you, and here's what I want to send you away with. You want to definitely do what Desi and Marianne have advised you to do, which is connect with people. You want to go, as we mentioned, from here. Yep, I put it here. You want to go from Facebook to phone or face-to-face as quickly as possible, right? And Facebook substitute any social media. You want to get the conversation from text to at least you're talking to the person, or even better, you're on a Zoom with the person and y'all can see each other and get and exchange energy, right? And you have the opportunity to create that connection, that relationships, create some trust with that person. Like they said, show them that you're really there to help them, not just sell them something. And the way you do that is you ask questions and you listen to the answers, and here's a formula on how you can do that, right? And then Marianne said, match people up with the right presentation. But when you get them on the phone, and when you even better, when you get them on a Zoom, what I want to help you do is to channel that enthusiasm, that energy into quiet power. Okay? You want to have a calm confidence. You want to be like a duck on the water, right? Duck just looks so calm up top, but underneath there, the feet are pedaling, right?
Yeah.
So you have all that energy just boiling inside you. Keep it in, right? You want to have a conversation with the person, not a sell-versation, right? Don't sell anything.
I
Just
love
talk.
that. Sell-versation.
Right? Not a sell-versation, right? You want to ask questions. Actively listen. I wrote that because Desi said that, and that's powerful because active listening is different than listening, right?
Yes.
And you want to always sell the next step. I think I've seen this over and over in my career that people are selling the end. They're so intent on getting a sign up that they're selling that from the beginning. And what you'll observe from our champions, I mean, I've seen Desi in action, I've seen Marianne in action, they're only selling the next step, right? So for example, when they connect with people on social media, the only thing that they're selling is, let's connect. They know that the next step is, I want to get this person on the phone. I want to get this person face-to-face on a Zoom. So that is that's their whole energy is just on that. Ultimately, down the road, they want an ambassador or a customer, but they're not even selling that right now. They're just like, hey, well, you know what? Let's get face-to-face. And when they get face-to-face, now they can sell the next step, which is take a look.
Wow. Yes.
Right. And once they get to take a look, the next step is, if they're ready to sign up, great. If not, the next step might be a three-way call. But they're always just selling the next step. Okay.
Break it down.
Because you have a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm. It's contagious, but it can also be, it's like water. We love it and we need it. But if it comes at us too fast, we drown.
Right.
Okay. So that's what I want to send you away with. See if we can get you to channel that and contain that and use it as a weapon. Meter it out. Not all at once, just meter it out, ration it out, and only sell the next step.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this.
Awesome.
To all the
We're gonna be
diamonds.
watching your results, bro. And we're gonna get you back on here in let's say a month. And
Yes,
let's
sir.
see how we can change those numbers.
Awesome. Thank you so very much for inviting me. You will have a great day.
Awesome. You too. Be careful driving that big truck.
Yes, sir.
All right. Awesome. All right. Great job, Diamonds. It is time for the next human sacrifice. Let's bring up from the leaderboard, anxious to get on here, ready for the cuts, Alexander Bosby. Where you at, Alexander? Go ahead and turn on that camera. There you go. What's up? And just get your mic on. I know you had to get your little girl from soccer or something today.
Yeah, we're en route right now. She'll be there in a second. So,
Okay, well then you know what? How about this? We're gonna let you get her there and get her situated. We're gonna go to Erica and Rodney, and then by that time you should be in the parking lot, situated and ready to focus. Sounds good?
yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, cool, no problem. Okay, good. And by the way, folks, we just taught you something. Don't force it. All right, sometimes be flexible, right? All right, so we're gonna go to Erica and Rodney, who were offered up as a human sacrifice by their blue diamonds, Jackie and Jayla Pippins.
That's
Not-
what we
And
said
I
before.
really believe that too. But you know what? We need this. I was inspired by everything that James said. I was blown away by what his rank up looked like. And it might not look like that, but guess what? Everybody works differently. So
Absolutely.
bring it. We ready. We can take it.
All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna let our fantastic diamonds here get a chance to know you while I pull up your rank up. So go ahead, you guys.
Because Mrs. Jackie called me and she said, please chew them up.
I'm pretty sure she did.
She said, chew those cheeks.
Permission was granted.
And then Jayla messaged me. She's like, make sure you give them, real coaching. I was like, are y'all like communicating? But she didn't even know that Jackie gave me a call. Yeah, I died
They
laughing.
don't know
Do you
Desi.
see what my shirt says?
No
No
excuse.
excuse.
We don't have any. We don't have time for them. Let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah, let's get it.
All right. So Jackie mentioned you said chew up the cheeks. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's pull up these numbers.
That's the tough love that everybody needs.
There you go. Let's get them on screen. And here we go. So, Team Cheese, Rodney and Erica,
Yes, sir.
64 contacts in rank up. 61 have been messaged. 60 have answered the message. 60 have been invited. 40 of the 60 have accepted the invitation. Could be higher.
Will be.
18 of the 40 have actually shown up at the presentation or watched the video. That's an area for work for us. And of the 18, and tell me, fact check this for me, because sometimes we get some straight cards. We got 1 new ambassador and 4 customers. Is that accurate?
I know it's 4 new customers.
Okay, so no ambassadors and 4 customers.
Correct.
Okay. Before the diamonds get in, the 64 contacts, where did they come from?
Those contacts started with one market. One of the big things with the contacts is, of course, you know, I sit in Dunkin' Donuts every morning and I set up with coffee and charts. I have my speakers going. So I want to make sure everybody that walks into Dunkin' Donuts in the morning hears coffee and charts going on. They're going to hear Donnie Pips. They may hear him giving a shout out to Black Diamond, Daisy Lapova. They may hear him giving a shout out to you, and people see coffee and charts going on, and then they start to inquire, is that Forex you're doing? And then I would have a conversation with them, but a brief conversation. I've even pulled people on coffee and charts where Donnie could speak with them. One gentleman, I never even showed anything. All he saw was coffee and chart and said, sign me up, and sign up that same day.
Okay. All right, good. Well, that answers my question. Diamonds, floor is yours.
How are you inviting?
So I want to say we did some invites from when we actually had our awards at Vision, and everybody that congratulated us, we went back and told them, thank you for your congratulations and your well wishes. Would you like to know more about what we're doing to gain success?
Okay.
Okay. And so I asked them, can I send you the message here on this platform, or would you like me to send it some other way? And as they told me the way that they like to communicate, that's how I sent them a presentation to something to look at.
Are those individuals that you personally know?
Well, yes, most of them are from Facebook. Those are people that I have a personal relationship with. I was intentional about going after the warm market on Facebook.
Okay, good. So I think the invitation process needs to become a little bit better. To me personally, like if I did that, I would have loved like maybe for you to, I'm very personable. So if I like, Darren literally got me because I am loyal. Like that's just my personality. You know, I love, like, I don't like to jump from people to people, but if I am with somebody, so he built a relationship with me and I said, if I get in, I'm all in, regardless what this is it, because I didn't even know what it was, right? So if it's me, or maybe, I mean, I know a lot of people as well, you probably will be the same way, you know, I would rather for you to give me a call, okay, and see what I want. Now, what you think I want is what I want. Your success is great. But again, if you're sending the same video, it goes back to what we're telling James. It might not be the proper video, and you could have had a better, you know, more, guests to come to the presentation or to view a video. So for me, that's something that, I believe everybody needs to get better at, is how to properly invite, because sometimes it may not even be a video. Maybe they will need, your diamonds. Just for you to connect them with, whoever you're working with, and that may be the thing that will help them get started, or will pique their interest to, have this BAM fam and book the next meeting. You probably could have had a better, return on your invitation.
One of the things that I have found out, even with coffee and charts, or whether it's trading in the Forex market like we all do here, when you have a couple, the system in which the couples use is different. Erica has her way of doing things. I'm one to like the mirror match. Recently, I had a gentleman that I spoke with, and he was a retired 30-year military veteran. Well, I wasn't going to put someone that doesn't have military experience on them, but I know that we have a profitable trader in Diana Hardy who's made massive success and she's retired. And also with Donnie Pills being our trainer, I also put him on a call with Donnie to mirror match him, and he's coming on as well as bringing another partner with him. So we have different styles in which we do things. I too have become one to develop a relationship with people and get to know them first before I go into the process of doing so. My Blue Diamond, Jackie had mentioned another location where I could probably do a little on some prospecting at. I went to this place and I had a conversation with a young lady just sitting at the bar, you know, no drinking or anything. I just opened up my laptop. We had a general conversation. I got to know her, wanted to know about her family, told her about my family. We developed that relationship. She wanted to do a Zoom with her husband. We ended up doing a Zoom right after flight school 3 weeks ago, and she ended up signing up, her and her husband.
Good. So I like that. That's exactly what you guys should. I believe both of you should be singing the same song. Are you building the same account?
Yes.
Yeah.
So whose invitation works better?
Mine.
I'm going to tell you something that Darren told some of my leaders yesterday. Your ego does not build your bank account.
Absolutely. My personality, I don't meet strangers, and I can communicate with anybody. You and I have had conversations on numerous occasions. I don't meet strangers. I like everybody I come in contact with, unless they just don't want to be bothered with me. Yeah. I can't change that. But I'm all about being a personable person. And, you know, my wife was at a conference last night, and just me walking in the town square, had a conversation with the family, and I mirror matched her with our Emerald Vita Wood Wooten. So that's who she's mirror matching with, because she's in real to her. But come to find out, after we had the conversation, this young lady and I went to the same high school. She graduated 5 years prior to me, and she knew my siblings who were older than me. So that conversation completely changed. So I mirror match her with Emerald Vita Wooten.
Okay, so let me ask you another question. Since you guys have 40 and then you had 18 that showed up to the presentations, or
yes.
So what ratio out of those 18 was yours, and what ratio out of those 18 was Erica's?
Not to sound braggadocious or anything like that, but the majority were mine.
Okay. Wait a minute. Wait. So Rodney is at home, right? And I just can't get out there and meet people because I'm in the office all day, right? And so he has the ability to be all over the city of Atlanta, and I love it. And we talk and we conversate, and we tell me what's the next steps, what should I do? And I have to sneak away from my desk, go in the bathroom, give him coaching. So yes, he's the face of the team, but I'm behind the team saying, go Rodney, go do this, do that, you know. So I'm not just back here just
Jesse, what did you just open up for?
Before we need to do couples therapy.
Say something, please.
Not a couples therapy here.
I know.
No,
I want to zero in. I want to zero in on something, right? Because when we look at these,
I want to add something as well after you, Tigran.
Okay, cool. When we look at these numbers, I want everybody to see this, because I want everybody to see the power of rank up. Okay. So, it's not letting me make it. Come on, there we go. All right, so 60 invited to the presentation, 40 accepted, right? So we'll work on this here, but 18 out of 40 viewed. That's not a good number. The number should be 7, okay? So I want to zero in on this, because this is going to make a difference in your business right here. Okay. So what I heard about Facebook from Erica, right? I thought that was great. You keyed in on the people who congratulated you, because that, you know, they basically, when they congratulated you, they opted in to find out a little bit more, right? But like Black Diamond Desi just said, we're getting to the invitation too fast. So what I want to encourage you guys to do is don't take shortcuts. All right. It's kind of piggybacks off of the advice we gave James. Sell the next step. Take time to make that connection. Take that time to find out what it is that's going to resonate most with that person. So, Erica, if you had that to do over again, which you will because you guys are constantly achieving things, and you want to find out more about what we're getting recognized for or what we're doing to create success, and they say yes, say great. How about we get on the phone? How about we have us a Zoom call? And now you can have a conversation before getting to the invite, right? We're basically inserting a step. Where you were doing before is you were saying, great, watch this video. Now we're going to say, great, let's have a chat. Let's have virtual coffee. Or if it's a real person, if somebody in your town, let's have real coffee. And don't be so anxious about the end of the line. Sell the next step. It's like when you take your car through one of those automated car washes, right? And you sit there and it has the lights, and the lights just light the next step. Now applying clear coat, now applying rain shield, now applying spot free. You guys can tell I've driven through these things, right?
Yeah, a couple times.
So it just goes next step. And so your next step after that is an invite, but you first, before you can invite, you gotta be like a doctor and get some symptoms so you can create a diagnosis that is the right thing for that person. Then once you have that right thing, whether it's Vita's video, right? And by the way, some of you guys are three-way calling yourself to death. Some of you aren't doing three-way calls at all. And some of you guys are doing too many. Okay? Where it's slowing your process down, and it's also creating in the mind of the prospect a level of difficulty. So you want to always make sure that you lean toward the things that are most duplicatable. So for example, you don't need to put Vita on 20 million three-way calls. You got a video.
Exactly.
Send a video, right? I think in your team, there's a Donnie video, and there's going to be a Donnie video from Ibüümerang soon, right? So you don't need to put Rod Smith on a three-way call. There's a video, right? And that video allows you to do something that you can then turn around to the person and say, you can do that too. Can you send a link to a person? They might not feel like they can get this person on a phone, but everybody believes they can send a link to get someone to watch a video, because we all do it. Because every time we see something funny on Instagram, what do? We post. Send it to somebody else, right? So understand what the right next step is, and then invite strategically. Don't be so quick to give away your goodies. Right? Don't be so quick to give away your goodies. Not on the first date, right? 3 dates, 3 yeses. 3 dates, 3 yeses, 3 yeses. So you get a person to say yes. The more times you get a person to say yes, the higher that 18 is going to go.
Okay.
That was something what I wanted to say as well. If you can pull up the numbers quickly, Tigre.
Yes, ma'am.
Because from what I heard Erica said, it's mostly warm market that's, you have been reaching out to so far. And that tells me as well why maybe you have 100% message answered. Because it happened to me also in the beginning that out of loyalty, people will tell me, yes, they would love to receive something. Because I didn't do a lot of work to create relationship in the beginning. I just really I wanted just to present, what I had, but I learned that later. But from the numbers, what could be the case is that you're reaching out, and out of loyalty, they tell you, yes, just send me something. And then only 2/3 of that will actually look into what it is. And, or even, 2/3 will accept the invitation. And only, again, less than half of that will actually take a look. So that tells me that what you're also saying, Tigre, is that you have not been able to create that excitement that this is something that can help them achieve something that they want. It's more like you are telling them what you have been doing. And in the end of the day, people don't care about that. They only care about what you can do to help them achieve something similar. So I know that when I reach out to my warm market, I need to be even more professional. I need to do even more work to really find out what they need, because maybe I think I know what they need. But in most cases, I actually don't, because most people don't really share the truth on social media. So you don't really know what they want. You have to have that conversation. So have a phone call or something so you know what it is that they need, and then proceed with everything that Chikwe just said.
So let me ask you this then, as far as what you just said, and that makes a whole lot of sense, because I think people do it just out of respect for who we are, and say,
exactly.
yes, I'm gonna, look at it. And those individuals were close to me. Well, I'm not necessarily family, but close to me, and did say they're going to look at it, and then did not do what they said they're going to do.
Mhm.
So would you recommend just going toward a cold market and just
No,
see?
no.
Okay,
No.
gotcha.
No, just do a little
No.
bit more work to figure out what they
No.
need, because they are
Okay,
the
gotcha.
closest.
Right.
Yeah, they're the lowest fruits. Yeah.
I guess Tigger, you want to go?
Good,
Sir,
good,
you want to go?
That
Absolutely.
doesn't.
All right. And the reason why is because, one, you guys gave them an easy access.
Okay,
Right.
expand.
Because let me ask you this question. If you knew that you already owned for example, a $10 billion business,
Mhm.
if you knew, like, I don't know what your goal is, but if, let's say, your goal is to be a $10 billion business owner,
Okay.
will you just allow any and everybody in your business? You're the CEO, right? So you're picking and choosing who your business partners are, are coming in your business.
Gotcha. I understand now.
That's good.
So, and why am I saying this? Because, I had 4 ladies here in my area, and I've been observing. And if you would like to join, I'm like, hell no.
Get in.
No, it's not about this. Like, I am asking you questions if you actually qualify for my business. So that is the attitude, because you two have put in the work. You've earned this, stage time. So now let's jump on a call and see if this, if I can actually work with you, if you qualify, if you have the work ethic that I do. Because the fact that I have success does not mean you're going to have success. But one, obviously you've already planted a seed because you posted it out there, you piqued their interest. The second thing you want to do is get on a phone call. And don't give them easy access. Just say, hey, look, we did this. It was amazing. But what is it that you want to do? What is it that you're trying to accomplish before the year is over?
Strong. And that's that we're in sync, right? So let's play more on what Desi said. No easy access. Right? If you look at screen, we have a picture of a vault with gold bars in XAU USD. Right? Now, if you had access to a vault with gold bars in, and you were told you can share this access to this vault with other people, but if you invite someone to get access and they don't come in, you don't get access anymore. Your access will be revoked. If you invite someone to get access and they come in and they don't take any gold bars, your access will also be revoked. How would you invite your friends to the vault if that was the case? If you knew that if they didn't go in, you would no longer have access.
It's going to turn into a vetting process to where I'm going to make sure that I got the right people that's coming in there, because that is going to be, if it's going to be dependent upon my success based on who I bring with me, you're going to have to fit the part.
So for you to get the gold out of Ibüümerang and this opportunity, the folks have got to come to the vault. So you need to improve your invite process.
Correct.
Right? Now, the way you improve your invite process is like as I said, first of all, remember inwardly, you've got something that's incredibly valuable and you're not going to just give it up easy. Hey, here's a link. hey, we're doing a presentation, jump on. No, right? We've modeled this for you guys time and time again. And this is why I want to challenge you guys. Listen, learn, do. Holton said to me, T-Gray, you got to do exactly what I'm teaching you to do. And so I did it exactly the way he taught me to do it. I said it exactly the way he taught me to do it. I didn't do it another way. I didn't do it my way, not even one more time. Once he taught it to me. He taught me to get people to say yes 3 or more times before they could get access.
Gotcha.
This is what it sounds like. So Erica, I posted my thing on Facebook. You said you wanted to learn more about what I'm getting recognized for. I said, great, let's get on a quick Zoom. I want to see your face. I want to talk to you. So we get on, right? And we're talking. And I said, yeah, so I was recognized for achieving a really significant business milestone. And my business partners were recognizing me for achieving that. It's super exciting. But Erica, let me ask you a question. I know you've got that job. I know you've been there for quite some time. At this stage of your life, are you exactly where you thought you would be, or did you believe that you would be further along?
I believed I would be further along by now.
Yeah, that's most people. That's kind of everybody, right? I'm sure everybody who works with you thinks they would have been further along, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Are you doing anything right now to accelerate your process? I mean, like, where is it that you really would, if you could be at any level that you wanted to be in life right now, where would you be?
I would not be employed by anybody, and I will be just making money from my house.
Okay. All right. And you know what? I think everybody loves that. I mean, COVID taught everybody they didn't want to work from home, right? Absolutely. So are you doing anything right now to get you to that stage where you can make money outside of your job and to be able to work from home?
Yeah, I'm doing a couple of things here and there. I have my 360, we do a couple of events throughout the year, but it's not enough where I can just say I can walk away from my employment. So I'm still looking. I haven't found it just yet.
She's being modest, T-Gray, because Erica trades oil and Erica does very well.
I know that it has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now.
Okay, gotcha.
That's why I didn't say it. Right. So yes, outside of that,
we're modeling a conversation. This is
gotcha.
really about Erica. We're modeling a conversation. Stay with me.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're modeling this conversation. Okay. She just said she's a person who works a job, who would like to make more money from home. She's dabbling in a few other things, but nothing's quite getting you there yet. That's where we are, right? Okay. So now I'm shifting. Everybody pay attention. I'm about to shift. Okay. Well, one of my friends, her name is Vita. And, she's just like you. She's a career woman. She's been very successful like you. But she wanted to create a new income stream, working from home. And you're probably not going to believe this, but she got real serious about it around February, and between February and now, she's earned $200,000 working from home.
What?
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. And by the way, I'm not saying that that's what you're going to do, because frankly, I don't even know if you qualify for that level of success.
Well, how do you qualify? I mean, let's talk about
there's really only one way to find out, Erica. There's really only one way to find out. If I were able to make the information about what she's doing and what we're doing available to you, would you make it a priority to give it a professional look?
I really would make this a priority, because you are speaking my language. I mean, to be able to create that type of money in such a short time frame, that is exactly what I'm looking for. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Well,
you.
I'll tell you what, Erica, what I need to send you is a 10-minute video. Okay. It's a 10-minute video. If I send you this video, are you able to like shut it down, shut everything else, shut all the noise off and focus on this for just 10 minutes, like not scroll Instagram, make your kids and your husband leave you alone for just 10 solid minutes so you can see what Vita's talking about?
Yes, I can.
Okay, cool. If I send you this 10-minute video, when are you going to watch it?
So you can send it to me. I have an hour commute in this Atlanta traffic. So send it to me. I got to make sure Rodney is squared away. Send it to me about 8 o'clock.
So you'll be able to watch it around 8 o'clock?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Excellent. And
hang on. Hang on. Because I know Monday night's coming up, Monday Night Football. Make it 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Okay, so 9 o'clock tonight. So you're going to watch the football game first, is what you're saying?
Well, I will be preparing for football for Rodney, and so 9 o'clock I should be not interrupted.
Oh, for your husband. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, got it. I was concerned for a minute there, Erica. I was concerned.
Put it on me.
Millionaires and before you watch how to make your own money.
No.
But now I got it. It's your husband. Okay, I got it.
It's my husband.
Okay, so you're gonna watch it around 9 tonight.
Yes.
By the way, you guys notice she still doesn't have video?
Yes.
She still don't have video. She said yes 3 times already. She still does not have video.
Gotcha.
So if it's a 10-minute video and I send it to you about 9, just assuming you maybe have a little technical difficulty or whatever, you should be done by about 20 minutes after 9, right?
Yes.
All right, so why don't you put me in your calendar? Let's plan to talk at 9:20. And I want to see what you like about this video that I'm gonna send you, okay?
All right, so should I, how should I reach back over to you? I mean, do you want me to call you?
No, don't worry. I'm gonna send you the video right now.
Okay.
All right, I've got your number. I'm texting you the link right now. Okay? Did you get it?
Great.
You see it in your phone?
You got it?
Oh, hang on, let me just make sure I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I see it.
Okay, great, fantastic. Okay, so that's your link. You're gonna watch it around 9. 9:20, you and me on the phone, and we'll pick this conversation up then.
All right, that sounds great. Thank you so much.
All right, I'll talk to you then. I'll talk to you tonight.
All right, thanks, T. Gray.
Let me ask you a question. I want to see in the chat, what percent, 0 to 100, do you think she's going to watch the video?
I say it's 100% chance.
Right? So you guys are all putting 100. I've done this for 20 years. I'm going to tell you right now, it's about 85.
Still a good
85.
number.
About 85%, right? So that means that Rodney and Erica, if I invite 60 people,
Mm-hmm.
times 0.85, I'm going to have 51 people show up at the meeting or watch the video, not 18.
Got it.
Got you.
Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
Diamonds? Oh, I'm sorry. Someone asked a question in the chat. Someone asked a question. Yeah, okay, so come, even though you're speaking her language, yes, because life happens. Life happens. The game turns out to be an epic game and she gets caught up. Or her husband invites 5 guys over and she didn't know it and she gets caught up in having to do stuff. Or she gets home and one of her kids is sick. She's not likely to not watch it just because she forgot, but there's a life factor there, right? But as long as everything is within her control, she's highly likely to watch it. Someone asked, what would the question have been? What would I have said if she said she was going to watch the game?
If she's going to watch the game?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Remember she said, oh, it's Monday Night Football, so make it 9 o'clock?
Correct.
And I was like, whoa, hold on a second. So you're going to be watching Monday Night Football? this is what would have happened. I would have taken it away. I would have said, okay, well, Erica, hold on a second. You said you wanted to make money from home and be able to get out of your job, but you just prioritized watching a bunch of millionaires run around on TV over finding out how you could potentially become one. I'm really not sure this is for you. And now she's going to have to convince me to give her access to watch it. And then, by the way, you can take that 85 to 100. Turn it back over to the diamonds. Anything else you want to tell? Now,
they all got
we still have Bosby hanging out there in the wind. So I'm going to turn it over to you guys for for last advice time.
No, I think you nailed it in the head. All they got to do is just go back and write it down word by word, and don't say, would you like to see an opportunity? Hey, I'm just over here with my business partner and we're having this call. Do you have time to join? No, don't do that, right? Just do exactly what Tigray just did. That's it. Just copy and paste, stop complicating it, because it's not getting you paid. But the way you do it is the same, is the same way that the person that you're going to bring into the business will do it as well. So remember, it's all about duplication.
This has been amazing.
And Rodney, same to you.
Yes,
Same
sir.
to you. You're meeting these people in Dunkin' Donuts. Don't give up. Don't give up your donuts. Too easy.
Gotcha.
Okay. Go ahead, Maria.
No, I'm agreeing with everything you said. I mean, it's just applying it, so with everything else, go out and use it immediately. Don't think about it.
And
see the results.
Right. Because, I get to experience, seeing and watching people's growth and how uncomfortable it is when they say it the first, second, third, fourth time, but then the 5th, 6th, 10th, 11th is like, it's on autopilot. So, but you got to start, you got to do the first one, you got to do the second one, and you're going to sell. And guess what? You are going to suck. Okay. I did too. It's okay.
But
That's
when you're
strong.
uncomfortable, that's when you know that you're doing something new that you haven't done before. And to get new results,
Absolutely.
you need to do new things. So it's all good. Yeah.
Desi, one more time. I want you to talk about that because, obviously we've modeled that. I don't even know how many times on Flight School so far. Right. And what you're touching on is the reason why people don't make that their new way automatically. Can you talk a little bit more about how people can get from where they are to that?
Well, because like I said, I've watched the ladies that were here this weekend. Well, this week, they've been here for the whole week. And I literally had to force them to step into action and start dialing their contacts. So they've been in the business for the past, all of them different time, but let's say minimum of 2 months. And they got, some had 1,100 contacts, another had 900 contacts. And I'm like, and you have only enrolled 2 to 3 people? Goes back to what Mr. Bug said in Atlanta, right? To a gentleman that was in the crowd, and I believe that gentleman didn't have more than 90 contacts in his phone list, right? Whatever contact list. He told him, if you can't make $10,000 out of this contact list, go ahead and delete each and every person.
Absolutely.
I remember that.
Okay, we had yesterday. I'm gonna share this because it was a super fun. Okay. One of the ladies invited a prospect to come over to the Airbnb, right before I was going to present. Okay. The guy ran away. Came in 2 minutes right before I was starting with the presentation, he was going to be, but because of the fact of how she invited him. So that was a good learning lesson for her, right? She invited him like, this was going to be a party. No, we're here to work. He literally, as soon as I opened up the presentation, he wrote on a piece of paper, whatever he wrote her, and he got up and left. I said, you better delete his number right now, because again, you want to make room for the new and everybody else that's out there. Yeah, it was, I've never experienced something like this.
That's crazy. I love it. You're gonna see you as you are experiencing, we'll see everything in the process of getting from here to success. Team Cheeks.
Yes, sir.
This was good. We
appreciate
need to do
it.
this again so that we can talk
Thank
about
you.
the conversion.
I tell you
Right.
what,
But we got to get to Alexander Bosby. We just talked about getting from invite to actually showing up and watching the video. The next conversation we need to have is about getting from the watch video or showed up column to converting. All right.
we'll do.
So
We'll
we'll have
do
an
it.
opportunity to
Thank
do that in
you.
the future.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Black
you.
Love you guys.
Thank
Proud of you guys.
Thank you,
And now, Mr. Bosby. That dad, super dad. Where you at, super dad? Taking your daughter to soccer? Love it. Get on here, bro, so we can talk to you. You are the next human sacrifice. Kenny, is he, let's see, is he still panelist and the
Yeah.
co-host?
He's not co-host.
Oh, he's not. Okay, there we go. There you go, Alexander. You should be able to get on now.
There he is.
There he is.
What's
What's up,
up?
family?
All right.
That's super dad.
Super dad. All right. Let me introduce you to Diamond Darian.
I'll take it.
Oh my
Exactly
God.
right. You know what combination that was, right? Marianne Schutz and Black Diamond Desi Leapover. All right. And while you guys do that, while you guys get to know each other, I'll pull up Alexander's rank up.
Yeah, we know Alexander. Oh,
Here's something that we don't know.
Are you ready?
I am ready. I got away from everybody just so they wouldn't think like I was, hear me getting yelled at and they know what was going on. So I kind of stepped away from everybody.
Always expect the best, right?
So they wouldn't hear you screaming. All right. Let's see.
Chris says, so they don't get splashed with blood.
Members that are not on this flight school, make sure you sent them the recording. They gotta be notes.
All right, champions, here we go. This is Alexander Bosby. This is his rank up. 210 contacts in rank up. 182 messages sent. 181 messages answered. 139 of the 181 got an invitation. That's good. 100 of the 139 accepted the invite. That's good. 52 of the 100 actually showed up at the presentation or watched the video. We need some help. And are these numbers accurate, Alexander? 4 new ambassadors?
No, it's only one.
Okay, 1 new ambassador. And how many customers?
None. No customers.
1 and 0. Okay, so we just need to clean out the cards. If you know what, let me talk to the tech team and make sure that if they pull a card out, it changes. But in any event, that's what we've got to work with. Diamonds, meet Alexander.
Awesome. Anyone go first?
Yeah, I can. Let's ask the same questions we asked everybody else. Where do you find your prospects and what's your initial message?
It depends, but a lot of them are on Facebook and Instagram, but mostly on Facebook. And then some people I know, the warm market, but a lot on Facebook though.
And have you approached all of your warm market yet?
And not 100%. No, not all of them, but a lot of them. Yes, I have. And for the people that I don't know, I'm kind of just reaching out, just asking, how they're doing. And I have like a little prayer message that I send people. Like if I see that they're like into, if they're like posting positive quotes and stuff like that, then I'll kind of just, I send a message like, I see that you're a positive person. I appreciate you putting good, vibes out to the universe, something like that. And then they'll respond, oh yeah. I kind of like look at their page first to get an idea, I learned that from Desi at the Indiana event. She was saying, so yeah.
Good. How's that working out?
I mean, the numbers don't lie, I guess. But I mean, they're responding, but like as you say, like I get them on the videos, they watch the presentation, and then I'm having the question I have to ask too. So, okay, so like I have like a quick, like a recording that I recorded from you at the event. It's like 6 minutes, and it's kind of where you're just like going into your story somewhat, and like why you know, your why. Would that count as a video like watched?
They're watching my video.
Well, I'm doing like a little, like from the event, I made a recording on my phone.
Okay.
And then like I sent it to them, and like, would that count as a video watch?
That is not you haven't presented to them what you're working with. So I personally wouldn't consider it as a video watched.
Is that something you're sending them before they see your presentation or after they see your presentation?
Both, I guess, both.
Oh, so Thierry said he's asking if, what is it he's saying?
Yeah, if sharing just that little piece of video.
No, that is not a presentation. And now here's the thing. So, okay, so let's talk about this. I know that you guys have presentations. I know that, you know, obviously you're tuning into Darren's calls and the team calls. So are these the calls that you're inviting them to watch?
Yes.
So the 52% have watched, you know, our, you know, either Darren's calls or Caroline or Thierry's calls.
Correct.
Okay, awesome. Now, here's my next question. When you invited them to these calls, one, did you invite them through text? Was it through conversation? My second question will be, if you did invite them through a conversation, did you set up a call immediately after the call, follow-up call?
So most of the time I'm inviting over Messenger through message. And
no.
No.
Can I just say something to everybody that's listening to this call? Please, it goes back to what we talked with, you know, Team Cheeks and also James. You guys are giving away a multi-billion-dollar opportunity. Like it's a dollar store opportunity. And if you wanted people to take you serious, just don't do it, right? Once you get the invitation process, you know, just jump on a call. You have to jump on a call before you invite. It's not attractive. And when people come to our calls, they won't respect it because you haven't done, you know, your edification process correctly, because each and every, you know, whoever is presenting, it may be Caroline, it may be Thierry, maybe Darren, or whoever you're inviting, you know, whoever's call you're inviting to, right? You got to do the edification process correctly, just like what T Gray did. Because now they will commit, if you're doing that, you know, as far as a live call, they will commit that they're going to be on the call and they're going to be paying attention because that person has something to say that can potentially change the course of their life. And then the second thing is, when you do jump on a call with them and when you do get the invited, when you get the 3 yeses, now you also have to get another 3 yeses for the follow-up conversation that can be potentially with your upline. Okay? Maybe it's going to be with you first, depending on who you're talking to, right? But if you had the initial conversation, then what you want to do is put them on a call with your upline after the call so they can help you seal the deal if you're not there yet.
How is your current follow-up process, Alexander? Because I saw as well that you had 51 and then only signing up 1. So what are you doing with all these exposures?
The follow-up process, I'm kind of just reaching out, asking if they got a chance to watch it. And some of them said that, yeah, they have. And I asked them, like, what'd you like best about it? And that's another thing too. Like, so I'm supposed to be on the phone with them, asking them like,
Yeah, so when you invite them, only if they accept to talk with you afterwards, they should be invited to something. because the invitation includes also the follow-up, because just inviting them for something without having accept to talk to them afterwards is a waste of everybody's time. So they need to commit to, yes, they will be on this call, or yes, they will watch this recording at the time that you agreed to do it. And then they need as well to agree to the follow-up before they get access to the good stuff like we just talked about before. So if it's just up to them to figure out what they want, and if they want to come back, it doesn't have a value.
No value. Yep, absolutely. Alex, you are an asset into other people's lives, not a liability. You're an asset. You're giving them an opportunity that can literally change the entire trajectory of their lives, their family, husband, parents, whatever, everybody. Okay. So
I'd say, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, one of the things that I'm having a challenge with is, okay, like I'm talking to these people or over Messenger, most of them, and like we're becoming friends, but I feel like I'm having a challenge of like separating the friend from like, okay. And I think I'm having a challenge with like asking the questions on, what they're looking for, because now we're just cool as hell. Like, I'm not trying to be like cool with you. I mean, of course, like I'm trying to be cool friends, but it's like, it's to the friendship. I feel like we're building a friendship and now we're just on that talk. Like, I know everything about them, but like now I'm trying to, go into the business side of it. And I feel like that's a challenge that I'm having.
And when you're saying talking, are you actually talking or are you texting?
Some. Lately, I've been talking lately. The last week or so, I have been talking on the phone with people.
Okay, because you cannot share your excitement in a text. And I know I did as well in the beginning because I was feeling very uncomfortable. It's like you have to go against your paradigms. Even my parents told me you cannot talk to strangers. So you don't know really what is holding you back. It can be, limiting belief from something has nothing to do with this business. So you have to, step into that feeling of insecurity or uncomfortability, or I don't really know what I'm doing, but you're doing what your mentor is telling you to do. So it is the right thing to do, and you have to keep doing it. And then later, you don't want to waste your time texting because it's much faster to call people and have a conversation. But you just need to get over that part that this doesn't feel good. I know why everybody's texting, because it's easy, but it doesn't work. Doesn't work.
The way you build your confidence is by using other people's influence.
Yeah.
So T-Gray did earlier, he didn't talk about himself. He talked about Vita. He's using Vita's success story to build his influence. So it doesn't have to be necessarily your upline, but whoever relates to their story the most. It may be Tier, it may be Darren, it may be me, it may be, T-Gray, it may be Marianne, it may be anybody in this company. This is why it's so crucial for you to get, for you to be on all of the calls. It may be, Martin, who's 19 years of age, and killing it in trading. Right? So you're using, hey, let me connect you with this person. Let me connect you with this person. Maybe Mr. Donnie Pips. Right now, last week we were in Florida. I went live on my IG. I just gave them a snippet of what everybody missed out on, even my team, everybody, right? I just gave them a snippet. And now I've been sending this to my prospects. I don't have to go, I mean, yes, it is on my Instagram, but like my Instagram is a money-making machine. It's easy work now. So same thing with you, for you to build your own credibility, use other people's credibility. What I did is like, when I started with Darren, I shared Darren's story like it was mine. So if I had him on, let's say 23-way calls, because I mean, I probably had Darren on over 100 calls a week, three-way. All right. It was just back to back to back. And because I heard his story so much and I started sharing his story like it was mine, and it felt awkward in the beginning. Okay. Like I literally fated my way to success because essentially it became my story. And I embraced that, image. I had no success. You have success because what are you, Sapphire, Ruby?
Sapphire.
Okay, good. So you've already created success. You don't have to talk about you because people don't care about you. They care about what's in it for them. But you want to get on a call. You want to find out what are they looking for and who you can relate them to. Same thing that Miss Tigray did. You just insert the story that fits them.
I want to address what you said. You said you get so caught up in the friendship that you have a hard time introducing the business. Let's shift this and use a different example. Let's suppose you take one of those very same people that you have developed a friendship with, and they start to, as part of your friendship, they start to mention, yeah, I've been trying to work out and trying to lose weight and get in shape. It's been a real struggle. And you know of a solution. You know somebody who lost 50 pounds. Are you going to be like, oh, I'm so caught up in this friendship that I can't give them advice on how to lose weight? No, what do friends do? Oh, yeah, that's what you're trying to do? You probably need to talk to so-and-so because they just did what you're trying to do. They lost 50 pounds. Maybe that's not your struggle. Maybe you've always been fit, but you like, okay, I need to connect you, right? If one of these people said, yeah, we're looking for a new house, we want to move to a better neighborhood, and a real estate agent who's really good, would you not say, oh, let me connect you with my friend over here, Joe. Joe's a really good real estate agent. He's been helping everybody find their dream home. Would you not do that? If you connected with somebody and they actually happen to live in your same community, and like, we just moved here, got a daughter, blah, 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 and their daughter's about the same age as yours, and we're looking for some sports and activities to get her involved in, would you not recommend the very soccer team that your daughter is playing on right now? So why would you not recommend a way for a person to be successful? Just because you have a friendship with them. We know that only 5% of people make enough money to be considered not even rich. What's the word I'm looking for, Desi, Mark, Marianne? Only 1% are truly wealthy, right? It's the top 5% that
it's 0.6.
Yeah, right. So that means that 95 out of 100 people that you're talking to, probably higher, are looking for some sort of solution to make more money. And you are surrounded by people who are doing it. Why would you not share it? See, the challenge you're having is you're selling it. That's the barrier. You don't want to sell them something. Don't share it. Hey, let me ask you a question. What are your financial goals for yourself and your family in the future? Let me ask you a question. What kind of work do you do? Is that getting you, how long have you been doing that? Are you where you thought you'd be at this time? Ask questions. Well, listen, I don't know if this is for you or not, but, and I'm not even sure if you qualify, but what you think?
I like that. Yes, I like that. And you nailed it. And it's not that, yeah, you're right. Like, it's not, I'm not sure. But some people, yes, I am. Like the people that I've developed a friendship with, like, of course, because they're seeing me like online, they're seeing like going to events or whatever. So it's like, I don't even have to, bring it up. So it's like, sometimes I feel like I was saying, the challenge of but now I see what you're saying. It's just like, sharing it with them. Like I'm just having a conversation with them and just sharing it with them. And some people I do have that with, but then it's just like moving them to the next, like, okay, you want to get on this 3-way call? So.
Yep. And then and to Desi's earlier point, don't take shortcuts. Take them through your process. Desi, I was thinking about why so many people want to text message or DM their invite.
Low self-image.
Low self-image, etc., and just afraid to go through the process, right? Taking shortcuts, trying to hurry up and get to the end. But let me ask you a question. If you were having a surgery, would you want your surgeon to hurry up and try to get to the end?
That is a good point.
And maybe get to the end.
And maybe you get to the end. Right? That's good to know, yeah. Right? Or would you want them to follow every step in the process patiently and thoroughly? Right? Same. And so that's why you got to build a pipeline, because then you will experience the satisfaction of fullness as you are moving people through the pipeline. If you're only moving one person through, you feel empty. You feel like, oh man, I need to hurry this up. But if you're moving 100 people through and you have 100 people at various stages of process, or 20 people at a time, various stages of process, then you'll feel satisfied that you are pushing this along. Does that make sense?
Sir.
And that's why if you haven't gone through your whole warm market yet, get your warm market in there and get through it. Everybody wants to go cold market. They're afraid to talk to their warm market people. But your warm market people are going to be the best, because what are you doing with these cold market people? Turning them into warm market? Well, you got some folks that's already warm market. They're only going to say yes or no. Let's find the ones that are going to say yes. There's some people on your list that are going to say yes, or people that you know that are going to say yes, that you just haven't even presented this to them yet. You're holding them up. You're holding up their future.
And I would say as well, if you know that it's easy for you to fall into the trap of just creating friendships, just need to decide with yourself to become more intentional when you reach out. What is the true purpose of reaching out? It's not just creating friends, it's creating relationships in order to figure out what you can help them with. So for you, it will become easier, because then you will narrow your conversation, not just to talk about what they do, in their spare time, how many kids. It's not that you cannot ask about that, but at some point, you know that you need to get to what is it that they really want. So if you know that with yourself from the beginning, it doesn't feel strange that, okay, so now we talked 45 minutes about this and that, and in the back of your mind, you're like, how can I get to the business part? You need from the beginning to know what is it that you want. You're here because you have something that you can help people with. Just like Tigre said, it's just because it's about money that most of us feel strange about, referring it or sharing it, but we're doing with everything else. And we're holding back something that can change somebody else's life. So we really need to be intentional. Then we will see that you become more efficient. You'll be more relaxed because you have agreed with yourself. What is the agenda? What is it that you really want? You're not faking nothing. You're being true all the way through it.
Major. Hey, so I'm going to leave it to you guys. Let's give Alexander his parting shots from our diamonds from Mr. Cathcart. And then we're going to wrap this up, because this was really good today. People have been, I'm reading the chats. The chats are going nuts.
Can I give him homework that Darren likes to give us? As what you should do is write 300 reasons on why you're building this business. Because that will increase your level of belief in what you do.
And I also like to say too, that a lot of people in my warm market, like they'll come up to me and they'll like in conversation and passing or whatever, like, oh yeah, I see you doing this. I see you doing this. But it's like, I feel like they're waiting, they're waiting to see, what I do. Like, cause I used to be like on bullshit, like, like, what I'm saying before, so it's like people like know how I used to be, like stuff, I used to be on. So it's like, they're seeing like the change, but it's like, I know I have to fully be the person that I'm trying to be for them to like, I have, you know what I'm trying to say. Okay.
Yeah, but it's not, that's why Desi said earlier, don't make it about you.
You're already that person, Alexander. You're a sapphire.
Yeah, you've already demonstrated, to Mark's point, you've already demonstrated that you're willing to do the work, and you've already achieved a pinnacle level of success in our business, right? But, sometimes you have people that are too close to you, and so they know when you are on the BS stage of life, and that's what you do. What you do to get around that is don't make it about you. Say, I don't know. This is what that sounds like. You ready? Mark and I went to college together, and he knows I was a damn fool. Maybe I was doing some crazy stuff. He remembers when I was running around with underwear on my head and double fisting beers, right? So he doesn't take me seriously at all. That's where we are 15, 20 years later. This is the way I would talk to Mark. I say, bro, I don't even know how I lucked up on this. I done messed around and got into the company of some folks who are really doing some things. They must not know who I am. They certainly don't know me from the college days, because if they did, they would kick me out of the group. You probably belong with them more than I do. Right. So all I know is I need to introduce you to these people, because maybe this is a thing for you, maybe it's not, maybe they like you, maybe you don't qualify, who knows? But there's only one way to find out, is if I introduce you to these folks.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I'm taking myself out of the equation. We're not gonna make this about me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't make it about you. Now, when you go diamond, because you are going to go diamond, then you can make it about you. Then you can say, hey, listen, I know you remember back when I was on that BS and I was doing X, Y, and Z that I shouldn't have been doing. But I was fortunate enough to get into the company of some incredible people who were very successful. They took me under their wing. They helped me grow. They taught me what to do. And now I have a business that's doing over $200,000 in sales every single month. Now you can make it about you, because it's a before and after story, right? I can't be 500 pounds walking around telling people how to lose weight. But when I get from 500 and I lose 250 pounds, say, hey, I just lost 250 pounds. Now, what do I do when I'm 500 pounds? So do I need to wait? No, I can tell people about the program I just signed up on. Hey, listen, I'm on this journey, but I found a great program. Maybe it's for you. See, because people like to say, I got to wait until I get results before I can do stuff. No, you don't. What Desi just told you is don't make it about you. You use someone else's story in that case. But Desi doesn't have to use Darren's story anymore, because she's a Black Diamond. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
There you go. All right, well, let's bring our other victims back on. This was great today, folks. We have an incredible wealth of knowledge in our team members, and Desi's giving out homework, so I don't want our other victims to get away unscathed. So Alexander's homework is 300 reasons why you have something that can bless people.
Mm-hmm.
Desi, what is James's homework, and what is the homework for Team Cheeks?
I think for James, it's every single time you have a conversation, you got to think about, let me count till 60 before I speak. You got to get into the habit of that. No, for real, because even I was just like you, overly excited at the very beginning. And what we end up doing is we vomit on people. It's not attractive. So I had to work really hard on, building. I mean, look, I'm Bulgarian. We don't like to listen to people, period. We're very hard-headed and we think we know it all. I'm serious. So that was really, really hard for me to do. But it's the greatest thing, because it will not only serve you in this business, but it will serve you in anything and everything you do, in your relationships, anything you do outside of this. Team Cheeks, what you guys should be doing. I believe
Theirs was the invite, the 3 yeses.
I would say the calling part.
the calling part. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. The calling part. And by the way, since you guys are building the same account, that is such a privilege. Because not everybody will relate to Erica, not everybody will relate to
Rodney.
here's the thing. Yes, so that's a huge privilege, because now you two can attract everybody in your business. If you have women, they go to Erica, and then if you have men, they go to Rodney, and vice versa. Oh, is it the other way around?
Just use what you've got.
Here's the thing, though. There's women, Erica, that don't want to work with men. And there's also men that think that us women don't get it. Okay. I know we got it better. I'm just kidding. When, sometimes we can,
Let's not go there.
but yeah, we can get stuff done in business. But yeah, I think that's really good. I think, what Marianne.
Let's make their homework assignment to get at least 3 yeses before giving up the info, the Zoom info or the video link.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then let's see how that improves your show up ratio.
Yeah.
Gotcha. We're looking to double everything. Gotcha.
Yeah, and then I've got something for James. James, you need to get people out of social media and onto a call.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to do that. You can't just be messaging them all day. Yeah. Because you have confidence. It shows.
Yeah, and Mark is dead on. That's your homework assignment.
Thank you, sir.
This
Thank you,
week,
Diamonds.
how many people can you get on a Zoom? Zoom is your first choice. And a phone call is your second choice, because people need to see you, because you're magnetic.
Yeah.
You're magnetic. You're somebody people can talk to. You're genuine. You got great energy. That's a weapon. You can't use it through a message. Say it again?
They will buy into him.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'll be like, I don't know what you're doing, but sign me up.
But curb the enthusiasm. Curb the enthusiasm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Will do.
All right, everybody, that's our deal. Let's rock and roll. We're going to take our picture. You guys ready? On 3, 2, 1. You guys are a bunch of
All right.
posers. Thank you. We love you. Diamonds, diamonds, diamonds. Oh my God.
Honor.
Marian,
It's been a
Desi,
For having us.
we know why you're on top. We know why you're on top. And sacrificial lambs, as they said here.
We
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
being brave and
Yes,
for coming on here. We had fun. We enjoy you and we love you
Yeah.
guys.
we appreciate
Absolutely.
it. Thank you, Diamonds. Thank you, Black
Crush
Diamonds.
it. So
Thank
next
you.
time can be here training.
Yep.
Absolutely. That's the plan.
That's the plan.
Yep.
All right.
Get it.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Diamonds.
Awesome. Love you guys. Love you, ambassadors.
Thank you, MK.